Okay.
All right, we live. What's
All
going on,
right.
gentlemen?
Well, everything's cool down here in Peachtree City, Georgia.
All right, pops.
How's it
That's
going up
good to
your way,
know.
Nick? Yeah, Nick's
That's
up in Dahlonega.
yeah, it's nice up here, man. It's
Okay.
All
All
right.
quiet.
right.
It's cool. It feels good up here.
All right.
Hey
Good.
man,
Good.
you just took the words out of my mouth there about it being cool. All right, so what's cool right now is that I know at least for my dad, the Eagles are winning. They're up
Yeah.
10-3.
Yeah. Yeah. So far, so good. We have to see if it lasts. We still got the
Yep,
second half to go.
I don't know about
yep,
so good, man. They this is kind of a back and forth screw up game. Honestly, you got
yeah.
Mike Evans just straight dropping passes in his hands.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
there
he
he
dropped that
goes.
one in his own.
There he
Yeah, he
goes.
straight
There he
dropped that
All
goes.
first
right,
down
Oh.
pass too.
All right.
all
Call
right.
timeout. Yeah.
Yeah, I need the Eagles to call time. I need them to go ahead and kick a field goal, and then
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
be good with the Eagles the rest of the game.
Well, knowing Jalen probably gonna throw it to the end zone, man.
Yeah,
You
well,
know
you
that.
know, he threw a pick. He just threw a pick though late in this
Who?
period here.
He just threw an interception,
Yeah, he threw an interception. You
and
missed it.
Tampa Bay
And
fumbled it, and they got it back.
right, right.
Oh,
And
that's what happened.
yeah,
Yeah,
Oh, okay. But I
yeah.
thought
So
Baker Mayfield. I thought
he
Mayfield threw the interception.
he
no,
threw one before that.
yeah,
Oh,
he threw an interception, and then Jalen Hurts threw an interception, and then he got
wait.
sacked. Baker Mayfield got sacked, and
Yeah.
then the very next play, he threw a pass,
Oh,
and then it got fumbled,
oh,
and
oh.
he
Hurts going for the end zone.
You know, I told you.
Okay,
Oh,
incomplete.
oh, I thought
Yes.
he picked it off. Okay, all
All
right.
right, it's three
Uh,
seconds left. Let me get my field goal in, and
Yeah, kick
then
the field goal. Kick the field
I
goal.
need the Eagles to make two field goals tonight, and I need Tampa Bay to make two field goals tonight.
And
So
that'll be
Tampa Bay
your
made one.
that,
that'll be
yeah,
your
Tampa Bay they
prediction.
won. That'll
They,
be
That's your
yeah, that'll be my
the Eagles
yeah,
got
my
one. So you,
prediction.
you only need one more of each team to get a field goal.
That's right, but I need him to make this one though. You think he'll make it? You think Elliott will make this kick
Oh yeah,
I
from
yeah.
sure hope
38?
so.
That's a chip shot.
I
Ain't nothing
mean,
too
don't
All
hard
say
to
right,
do. Right
there
down
we
the middle,
go.
baby. Right down the
There we
middle. Right
go.
down the middle.
All right. All right,
well.
look, let me set the table. Let me set the table real quick.
All
Nick
right.
is over there to my side there. And
Yep.
then Mr. 4-1 Senior is down there chilling below right there. Nick is a Cowboy fan,
Yeah,
and Mr. 4-1 Senior is a Eagles fan, and then yours
You know
truly
it.
is a Seahawks fan.
You know it. You
So,
know it.
all right, so we gonna let's talk about this halftime
I wish I
first.
could let
Welcome
y'all.
everybody.
I wish I could let y'all see all the Eagle paraphernalia up on the wall over there, man. But you can't quite see it too well, can you? But you see that eagle over there. Yeah, man. We straight up eagle down here, baby. Yes, sir. Carry on, Mr. Ford.
Studio 4-1 Sports Brothers. We yeah, when we here talking about the Eagles and the Bucks, it's halftime. We only here
Mhm.
for the halftime, people. So we
Oh,
just want to
okay.
give you a little something for halftime, chop it up. We
Mhm.
we gave you just a little bit of the in the second there. We also got to talk
Yeah.
about Knicks Dallas Cowboys too. There
Yeah,
was
we got
uh,
yeah, we got to talk about
uh
the boys.
yeah against
well,
Arizona Cardinals yesterday.
we're gonna be honest. It wasn't unexpected completely. Uh, Dallas does what they usually do, and
Mhm.
I say that as a fan. They uh,
Yep.
they play good few games, and then they play a scrub team, and they play like scrubs and lose. And then they'll come back the next game and put up 56 points, and then
Yeah.
they'll play a team like the Falcons
Mhm.
and lose by 23. You know,
Look at this. Look at this. What's he doing? Oh.
I mean, so tell me something, Nick. Trey, Diggs, right?
oh
Diggs is
man,
out for the remainder of the season towards ACL during practice, and so he's out for the remainder of the season. Do you think that played a major factor in what happened this weekend with
no,
Dallas?
no, not at
Okay,
all. I think that's a
okay,
big it's a big loss for sure. He's a good cornerback. I hesitate to say he's one of the best in the league. He's good.
yeah, yeah,
We got two good cornerbacks. They have a decent backup cornerback, Deron Bland, but you know, honestly, I put the loss to Arizona like squarely on the coaching. Like, I don't like Cowboys coach. I haven't liked any of their coaches since Jimmy Johnson. So,
Who they got? McCarthy.
Man, I can't even think of his name now. The old Green Bay Packers head coach.
13-3.
Yeah, you're right.
But
hey, come here.
he sucked in Green Bay. He lucked up, got him a Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers. That wasn't anything to do with him.
Right.
And, he's a very basic play caller. They got rid of the offensive coordinator and let him start calling the offense. And he is very, very basic. He wanted to run a West Coast offense, which I like. Dak Prescott seems to be doing well under their version of the West Coast offense, but it's just very, very basic play calling, and it's very predictable. So it's pretty simple. The defense didn't look like they were completely there. I just, like I said, I put that all on coaching, honestly. The Cowboys played well enough, but it just, they were outcoached by, honestly, not even a great coach in Arizona. So,
well, the Arizona coach was even shocked because he said this went from a nightmare to a dream come true.
Yeah, exactly.
Just winning that game against Dallas, man.
Yeah,
nobody gave them a chance. They were big time underdogs in that game.
And to be fair, there's not really a head coach in Dallas other than Jerry Jones. So
sure.
I put this loss on Jerry Jones. So,
well, I wonder if the bookies lost some money on that game or did.
No, they probably won.
You think?
Yeah, I would be shocked if anybody really wanted going to predict Arizona to win.
But Dallas was heavily favored in that game.
I just I've been seeing a whole lot about things being scripted as far as like the NFL has too many close ties in the gambling world and whatnot, which I'm starting to see and kind of believe, especially after that. I mean, what was it? The
Cleveland.
I want to say it was a San Francisco game, San Francisco and the Rams. When the Rams were down by 10 in the fourth quarter with like 6-7 seconds left, and they got the ball and went ahead and kicked the field goal. Like I've never seen a team do that in the history of ever. You're going to try to score a touchdown no matter what. Ain't nobody kicking a field goal down by 10 with 7 seconds left. I mean, you're either going to lose or you're not going to lose, so you might as well go ahead and try for the touchdown. And so, and all that did was cover the spread, kicking that field goal. So, I'm really getting frustrated with sports as a whole. Yeah, I feel like, gambling has definitely gotten way too involved in the games. And caused a lot of really iffy situations for me with both calls from the refs and calls from coaching.
Does that have to do with FanDuel and all that other stuff?
All of it. Yeah, all of it.
Yeah.
All of it.
It ain't just, it's all of it. It's lines, it's all the different, ways to play it nowadays. And then you can even take it back to the old school. You just making your picks.
Well, let's go to college football. If somebody gave you Colorado and 21 on a bet, would you take that bet? You got Colorado against Oregon, and you already 21 points ahead for the game even started.
I would have took Colorado. But
what I'm saying is, like I said, I just used that San Francisco Rams game. The line on that game was 10.
All right. I'll tell you what, Nick. Let's do something right quick, because since you brought that up, let's go ahead and give a nice illustration of what you're talking about there.
Now this is the most clear Vegas phone call I've ever seen in my life. This is pure insanity. 10-point game, 10 seconds left. Look at the ref. Look at the ref. You might think the place is on fire. They rush up to the line and spike the ball. And you gotta be shitting me. The spread is Rams +7. They're kicking a field goal on 2nd and 10 with 4 seconds left. Why? Tell me why. I want one good reason why. They would kick a field goal with no time left on the clock. Why not just take a shot at the end zone? What the fuck did we just witness?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like gambling has gotten too involved in sports, and it has caused things like that. And things like calls from refs, bad calls, no calls. I honestly feel like the entire game is just really scripted now to try to make money for these companies and corporations in Vegas. And it's getting no fun to watch. I mean,
Nick, I got one more for you guys too. Take a look at this one.
We have major cheating in the NFL. The Cleveland Browns just got cheated like no other. Amari Cooper has a touchdown right here. He's about to score a touchdown, but he stops. Why did he stop? Well, he heard a whistle. And here's exactly what happened on the play. Amari Cooper catches the ball right in front of the referee. Great catch. He's on the sideline. Somehow the referee decides to stop the play because he says Amari Cooper stepped out of bounds. Now the referee on a close play should obviously let the play go and then let replay take its course if it's needed to take a course, because that would have been a scoring touchdown. But you can see here clearly Amari Cooper's nowhere close to stepping out of bounds. It wasn't even close. He wasn't even near the whites. Not only was Amari Cooper cheated, not only were the Cleveland Browns cheated, but that's somebody's fantasy wide receiver. Somebody lost fantasy points because of this call.
Oh yeah, that was obvious.
and
That
what I'm
man was
saying,
in
like,
bounds.
I mean, it's becoming blatant, like completely blatant. And there's just no point to it anymore. It's not even enjoyable to watch the games because you know something like that is going to happen to
Well,
try to
that
make
just had
Vegas money.
yeah, that just hadn't started though, man. You go
And it-
back
I
to the
guarantee
Super
you,
Bowl.
every
go
last
to the
one of them
Super Bowl,
referees is gambling on games, and then
go to the
call
Super
games they
Bowl.
gamble.
What happened in the Super Bowl?
I mean,
Kansas City won it when they shouldn't have.
I mean, we ain't gonna talk about the Super Bowl. The Eagles just lost that game, man.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't.
Now they just lost.
Come on, man. It was holding. They called holding on the defense, and that was not a holding.
No, they
that
they
moved
did. There
Kansas
were
City
a bunch of calls both ways, man. Like, I don't know, man. It's just getting ridiculous.
They cheated.
I really am getting pretty tired of watching sports in general. You know, they throw out the gambling for everybody and anywhere and everywhere. You know, you got all these bad calls, no calls. You know, just weird, strange decisions that to cover lines and to not cover lines, which ain't no team ever doing anything like that.
Well,
you know,
Nick, there's a lot of teams. Well, Nick, there's a lot of teams going for two. When you're scratching your head, I mean that happened in the Pittsburgh Raiders game last night. You know, they were going for two for no reason. A lot of times it happened in the Chargers and Minnesota Vikings game. I mean, they were making these fourth down decisions like, and it made no sense. It made no sense for a lot of those fourth down decisions they was making when they could have
Yeah.
easily just punted the ball or kicked the field goal. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot of that going on. Whether you know it's 100% one way or the other, there's probably a little fluff in there, of course. But there's a lot of things on the
But
line.
still, I watched the Dallas Cowboy game yesterday, and I
Yeah.
didn't see any cheating in that game.
Well, one thing I did see, I saw offensive line that was under like that did not help the team yesterday. The offensive line did a very poor job blocking yesterday.
For Dak,
you know, and
Yeah.
that's the thing. Like, I don't get how, over half of your starting offensive line is out hurt. They're all sitting in pads on the sideline, laughing, joking, having a good time. Like, where'd that even come from? It just makes no sense to me. Some of these calls and decisions, game time decisions, who's playing, who's not playing. Like, I
really think Dallas underestimated the opponent in that game. I really think they underestimated Arizona, knowing their quarterback was out. And Arizona, how many games have they won?
Well, they didn't win one yet.
I think that was their first game. Yeah.
They hadn't won a game. So Dallas went in there feeling, that's a gimme, man. Let's just go in here and knock these boys off and let's move on. But them boys rose to the occasion, man, So I got to hand it to Arizona, man. They played a pretty tough game. Dallas played a slack game, in my opinion.
Arizona also played tough against the Giants. They was up 21-3.
And they stopped them.
To be fair,
Dallas in the red zone 3 or 4 times.
To be fair, a high school football team played tough against the Giants. So I'm just saying. Might be the worst team in the NFL.
Yeah, and so far Arizona has been tough in all their games, but the other 2 times the other opponents pulled it out. Dallas did not pull it out for some reason.
No, and Dallas. Go ahead, Nick.
They just didn't. It was like they didn't care at all.
Yeah.
You know who Dallas is missing too? You know who they're missing? That same boy that's on the Browns that referee said stepped out of bounds, Amari
Cooper.
Yes, sir. Why'd they get rid of him?
Too much money. Used too much money to Amari Cooper. They wanted to keep too many other players.
Pollard.
It wasn't Pollard. It's Dak Prescott, honestly.
Well,
really?
Taking up a 30-year salary cap.
Well, that's definitely a loss.
11?
What was that?
The number 11. I'm going to sack you every time you get the ball.
Dude, he ain't even really that much money.
Yeah.
What?
Micah Parsons is still in his rookie contract.
He had about 4 sacks in that game.
Yeah, he's only been in the league for 3 years.
Yeah.
He's still in his rookie contract.
Well, that loss may come back to bite them though. Especially, it depends on what happens tonight. The Eagles are up. The Eagles probably going to hold on to this game if Tampa can't get more than 3 to 6 points. But Nick, do you think your Cowboys can overcome a loss like this and still have a chance to win the NFC East?
I mean, honestly, the Cowboys going to do the same thing they did yesterday. They're going to keep doing it because they always have. And again, that all comes down to coaching. They look great. They have great games, and then they'll play teams like Arizona, like they did yesterday, and just look like. They just look like a pure scrub team. And that's how they're going to do all season. They're going to get like 3-4 wins in a row, and then they're going to lose like 1 or 2 games to just nobody teams. They'll beat San Francisco, and then come out the next week and lose to a team like Arizona.
Yeah. Okay. Jalen Hurts with the run.
That's
Jalen Hurts with 11 with a nice third down pickup there, running around the end. Dad, what do you think? Do you think your Eagles are going to win the East? And do you think they're going all the way?
They're not just going to win the East. They're going to win the Super Bowl this year.
Oh, Lord help us. The Eagles ain't got the secondary to win a Super Bowl.
They're going to be undefeated, man.
I'm going to tell you right now, if Mike Evans didn't drop them big passes, just straight drop the big passes, this game would already be a different game.
Can't anybody beat the Eagles offense, man? Look at that. Whoa. Boom. Hey, look, man, we got the best team in the NFL. Everybody knows that.
Yeah,
everybody
I'm afraid, right now.
They're afraid of the Eagles. When we show up,
they ain't even got the Eagles. They ain't even got the Eagles in top 3 in power ranking. They got the Eagles at like 5 or 6. I'm gonna tell you who everybody's afraid of and don't want to play, and who my pick honestly to win the NFC is San Francisco.
Yeah, I figured you're gonna say that.
That's also.
But we said that last year too.
Look what happened last year. they had a wide receiver end up playing quarterback. I think they pulled the offensive lineman off the street to play quarterback for him.
We said that
Wow.
last
That's why they
year,
changed the
man.
rule about how many quarterbacks you can have on your roster now.
Well,
So-
the only thing I can tell you this before we check out tonight, the Jets need a quarterback. And I certainly hope they don't go to Colin Kaepernick. Otherwise, I'm shutting the NFL off.
Let me tell you, it ain't just the Jets, man. The Saints need a quarterback for a while.
Well,
Yeah, Derek Carr looks like his shoulder's injured. The
Yeah.
word on the street is Fields out of Chicago. Maybe they could swing a trade with Fields to
For
the
what?
Jets and send Zach over to Chicago. Maybe like a swap there and see if that can freshen up both quarterbacks.
well,
But
you
other
think-
than that,
They don't
You
nobody
think
want
they'll
either one of them quarterbacks.
you think they bring Colin Kaepernick back into the league?
no, he's done.
No, God, no. Don't nobody want Colin Kaepernick.
I don't
Well, he's
know,
done.
man.
No,
It-
he's
it ain't-
done.
It ain't
He's
even
out
the
the league too
kneeling
long.
thing. It ain't even the
Yeah.
kneeling thing and the controversy thing, man. He's just not a good quarterback.
Well, not anymore, for sure.
He never really was.
You got to give him at least the 1 or 2 seasons.
He had the
Super
one
Bowl
season. He had the
Super
one
Bowl
season where
season.
they made the Super Bowl, but that wasn't even on him. That was on
Yeah,
defense
but
and the running game. Like, he
Correct,
was
but
still not a good
that-
quarterback.
right, but you don't have to have a great quarterback to make it to the Super Bowl or win one. We can look at Jeff Hostetler for that example, or Trent Dilfer is another one. But I do get what you're saying.
Eli Manning. Eli
He's not
Manning.
Yeah. But yeah, nice play there by Swift. The Eagles have a lot of weapons here. Look like they're gonna probably get another touchdown in here. But yeah, Nick, you're right though. As far as Kaepernick, he's not coming back.
No.
I think if anything, that's a media story trying to
Well,
pull
Oh,
that
yeah.
up.
He is trying to pump up a story to try to get people interested. Clickbait. That's all it is.
Yeah, he's not
I
coming
tell
back.
you what, the NFL will hurt themselves. They'll chop themselves off at the knees if they bring that dude back in.
I'm going to tell you right now,
Look
there
at
ain't
us.
that
We at
many
the goal
really
line.
good
We at the
quarterbacks
goal
out there.
line.
Yeah,
to try to pick
I don't
from.
think you have to worry about Kaepernick coming back. He's
Justin
past his time.
Here's
Justin
the
Fields ain't
matchup.
no quarterback. He said it himself. You know, he is one of the top 5 running backs. He ain't no quarterback. Justin Fields is not the answer for anybody, anywhere, anytime. You know, he is
Well-
not a good quarterback at all. He makes bad decisions, inaccurate throws, and he runs too much. That is his first option every time is to run. You know, they were comparing him to Michael Vick, and yeah, you're right. He is a lot like Michael Vick. He's a great running back, and he's a mediocre quarterback at best.
Mm.
As far as the Eagles winning the NFC East, they probably will. Barring some craziness from Washington, honestly, because they don't look too terrible. You know, but I feel like the Eagles are probably going to win the NFC East. The Cowboys are going to do the same thing they did last year. You know, they're going to put up a show. They're going to look good. You know, they're still going to fall a game or a game and a half short, just because of, you know, games like yesterday. Yeah, but I don't see either one of them doing anything in the playoffs. You know, even this short into the season, I don't see either one of them doing anything in the playoffs. The Eagles have a pure garbage secondary. Like, you can throw on them all day long, like it's nothing. And let's say by some happenstance, you know, San Francisco ends up not making the Super Bowl and the Eagles do. They're going to play a team like Miami or Kansas City, who is just pass heavy, pass friendly. And you're going to see another score like what Miami put up yesterday, you know, 70 points in a Super Bowl, because the Eagles cannot defend the pass whatsoever.
All right, Dad, you have to close this out.
No, he's right. That has been our weakness in the past.
Yeah.
You know.
But as long as our offense can keep putting points on the board, and then the defense can slow the other offense down, we got a chance every game.
But your offense barely putting points up.
What are you talking about? We're getting ready to do that right now.
And
we get ready to
they're
score
barely
right now.
putting the points up.
We got enough
saying
first
is-
down.
What I'm saying is, y'all ain't got enough offense to keep up with 70 points like what Miami did yesterday.
First down, baby.
Tyreek
First
Hill,
Down.
y'all play Miami. Tyreek Hill put up 600
Man,
yards receiving.
Let me tell you something. Who did they play yesterday?
Oh, you know what? I'm pretty sure Miami
Denver.
played Denver. They
Denver.
played Denver.
Russell Wilson in Denver.
Put up 70 points on them. Hey, and then stopped playing because he didn't want to. The coach said he didn't want to break the record for most points scored in a game.
Shannon Sharp. Didn't Shannon Sharp play for Denver?
Oh, he did. He won a couple Super Bowls with them.
Them boys probably was like cussing like mad to see their team go down like that in flames, man. To that little sorry ass Miami team.
Sorry. Look, Miami is my pick for the AFC for the Super Bowl, honestly.
They got a boy running around there with a concussion still playing quarterback.
You
think he gonna make it the rest of the year? I don't think so.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Over in Kansas City, they in trouble. They got the same trouble that Dallas had when Tony Romo was dating Jessica Simpson. You got Travis Kelce over there dating Taylor Swift. She's gonna show up to games and they just
man. Oh no.
Well, that's the story now.
Hey.
All right, well, the Eagles on the goal line. We'll see if they score and then we'll get out of here.
Nick. We about to get this touchdown.
Let's see if they get it in there at the 3-yard line. The ball was tipped slightly. It hit AJ
Hit it right in
Brown.
All right, let's push him over the line. Push him over the line.
Okay. Hurts with the sneak and the push. He is half a yard short. He's half a yard short. It's 4th and goal.
I will
tell you on that play right there. That's another thing. I'm about sick and tired of hearing everybody crying about they're pushing Jalen Hurts. Hey man, that's part of the game, bro. Like you don't see anybody crying when an offensive lineman grabs a running back and pulls him forward a couple yards.
Yeah, but it's looking like rugby.
Hey, whatever. It's still part of the game, man.
Touchdown Eagles.
But in the United States, we call football. You hand that ball off to that back and let him power through.
Hey, look, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If it works, why stop doing it? Why get rid of it? And why everybody crying about it?
No,
because
I'm not crying now.
That's why.
Yeah, as long as we do it, it's fine. But everybody else do it, I don't like it.
All right. Well, the Eagles just scored there, so they're going up.
Sure did. Scored 19.
Extra point coming. Yeah, it's 19-3 now. If the extra point is good, it'll be 20-3, and then we'll shut this one out. So, does everybody believe that the Eagles gonna pull this one out tonight?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So I mean, that's another one.
I just feel like I can't wait for the Eagles.
Undefeated. Undefeated.
And there it is. The score is now 20-3.
Can't beat the Eagles, baby. Fly, Eagles, fly.
All right, gentlemen. This has been fun.
Wait a minute before I go out. Who the Cowgirls play next week?
I don't even know. Like, I don't have a clue.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll text you and let you know.
All right, man.
You better hope that ain't the Falcons, because if they play the Falcons gonna jump all over them, man.
Oh Lord, help us, man. The Falcons. The Falcons a garbage team for real.
They're undefeated.
No, they lost.
I thought the Falcons got their butts kicked yesterday.
Detroit.
They lost to Detroit yesterday. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see
that. Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, that's another team to watch, man. Honestly, is Detroit.
Okay.
All
right, y'all.
Y'all take it easy.
We're gonna keep it real. But I can tell you who's going to be there in the end in the NFC East, number one. Who's at top of the NFC East now? After tonight.
Who is it, Nick? I'll let Nick tell you.
One team.
We gonna see.
It's gonna pain Nick. It's gonna pain Nick.
No. Hey, here I go, man. Hey, look at that.
Hey, that's from the game, isn't it? That's from when you went to the game, isn't it?
Hey, brother, it sure is. I was in Philly when we beat Dallas. I took that picture.
Right. That was that game.
Huh?
That was that game.
Oh, it was great. It was great. But I tell you one thing that happened. Dallas almost came back in that game because Eagles somehow
look,
they don't close out a game like they should.
Can't say much though. That was one of the 3 times out of the last 10 that the Eagles have actually beat the Cowboys. So
yeah, but they beat them. They beat them at the link. But they had to had to hold on, man, because Dallas was bringing it on in the second half.
All I'm gonna say is this: you look at the records, the team records inside the division over the last 10 years. And shit, really over the last 30 years, Dallas owns the NFC East. They own every last one of them.
Not recently.
What are you talking about? Yeah, recently, man. The Eagles, in the last 10 games they played, the Eagles are 3-7 against the Cowboys.
When was the last time Dallas been to the Super Bowl?
We ain't talking about the Super Bowl. We talking about in-division play. We talking about in-division. Dallas beat up on everybody in the division. Giants, Redskins, all of them.
Man, they had tickets to the game.
Hey, and I really hope they change their name back to the Redskins too.
Yeah, that's gonna happen. They need to do that. They need to do it. That's a good move. I like that.
It'll be a real NFC East again. All right, y'all. I gotta get to bed.
Yeah,
I'm old and I'm sick, so time for me.